Big up Gunnaz Podcast.
The Gunnaz Podcast.
Hello, and welcome back to the Gunnaz Podcast with your boy Dicanio here. And as you guys are seeing, I'm going solo today. Dylan is out enjoying himself. It was his birthday yesterday, so happy belated birthday, my boy. I'm here to talk about the Nottingham Forest game. It's a bit late, but better late than never, right? So I'm gonna talk about Nottingham Forest game, do the player ratings, and this is a very new episode with just like solo. So let's see how it goes. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Follow us at 876 Gunnaz on Instagram and TikTok. And also, if you like the channel and you want to support us, click the link below in the description and buy us a coffee. Very, very, very easy, very simple. Let's head right into the player ratings with David Raya. I'm so unprepared for this. Like, let me just pull up the match. And Fat Mob here. Big up Fat Mob. Hopefully we can have them sponsoring us one day. But that we played on Sunday. So we actually played on Saturday, didn't we? Let me just pull up the game here quickly. Forgive me, guys. It's my first time doing solo. Normally, the game would have pulled up from before. So, Nottingham Forest 2, Arsenal 1, player ratings. In goal, we had David Raya. And that would give David Raya solid 7. He didn't have a lot to go. I don't think the goal was his fault. We'll get into whose fault it was, in my opinion. But he had a pretty solid game. He had a good game. He had his high claims. He was catching the ball. He had good recoveries, good distribution as well. He was calm on the ball as well. So, it's sad that he conceded a goal. But I'll give him a solid 7. Going over to the fullbacks, the guys who were actually in a confrontation after the game, Zinchenko and Ben White. I think we're back to the Ben White of old in this game. It's very solid as usual at the back, overlapping runs. Solid game from Ben White. I'll give him a 7. Zinchenko picked up an assist. A lot of people, I think it's this agenda against Zinchenko. Like, he can't defend, but really and truly, bro, like, the goal was not Zinchenko's fault, in my opinion. Yeah, the ball got played over, but that's not his strength. Who knows Zinchenko for jumping and heading the ball? It was a brilliant crossfield ball. It's not as though the crossfield ball, the winger took it down and beat Zinchenko. He just headed the ball across, right? And for me, the person who caused the goal was Saliba. He's a brilliant defender, but in that specific scenario, he was a bit over-aggressive and a bit too eager. He was a bit naive in that specific scenario. And I think that's what causes the goal. He was over-aggressive. All he had to do was just stay goal side. He's a young centre-back, so he learned from it, and we can expect these things from him. Luckily, it didn't cost us the game. But Zinchenko with an assist. The goal wasn't his fault like how some people made it out to be. So I would give Zinchenko an 8. Going to the centre-back partnerships now, I can start off again with Saliba. He was having a very good game until that moment. It pissed me off that we didn't keep the clean sheet. So I think I'll have to mark him down for that. If it was anyone else, I would mark them down. So I'm going to be fair, and I'm going to give Saliba a 6. A rating of 6. Gabriel. So Gabriel Magalhaes, Arsenal's best defender this season by far, the most consistent as well. I would give him an 8. Solid game, didn't put a foot wrong. The left side was stronger today, I could say. The game was playing a bit more balanced. It wasn't heavily on the right side. I'll give Gabriel an 8 as well. Declan Rice, another solid performance from Declan Rice. Something that you're coming to expect from Declan Rice. What a real 100 million pound player should give you, not a Caicedo or an Enzo Fernandez. Just a brilliant destroyer, ball recoveries, pinging balls from left to right. Why? Would spraying the passes from left to right. Um, and yeah, bro, just another solid display from Declan Rice. I'll give him a 7.5. Now going over to Martin Odegaard, he had a pretty decent game, leading from the front, pressing, tactically aware, calming the game down. This guy is going to be something special for us. A lot of people don't remember that he's 24 years old. When De Bruyne was 24 years old, he was not scoring 15 goals in the Premier League, right? So this guy is the leader of this team. He is the driving force. He is our De Bruyne in a different way. And a lot of people, the more he matures and the more he grows, a lot of people will realize that sooner rather than later. So another solid display. He didn't rock a goal or an assist, but he had a key pass. He was the center of everything that Arsenal did well. That beautiful reverse pass for Gabriel Jesus. That beautiful setup for to send Jesus for Saka's goal. It was just wonderful on the day. So I'll give Odegaard a 7.5. Emil Smith Rowe now, just so refreshing to see him in the team. Like it wasn't, I'm gonna be honest, it wasn't much of a difference in terms of like output compared to him and what Havertz would bring, but it was just so refreshing to see him. I think on a bigger pitch or at home, if he starts, we'll see the best of Smith Rowe. But at Forest, it's a bit congested. They're playing deep as well. So a decent game. I wouldn't say he blew us away, and I wouldn't say he had a poor game. Definitely something for him to build off. I'm glad that they took him off because he kind of had a little bit of a strain throughout the game, like in the second half. It looked as if he had picked up another injury, and I was like, shit, bro. Why? You just get your start, you've been here a good while, a big for your start, and as you forward, you're going to get injured. But after that, he kind of picked up, he played another 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, and then they took him off. So hopefully it's good for Liverpool. When we're doing the predicted 11 and the match preview for Liverpool, you guys will see whether I would want him in the lineup or not. But yeah, I'll give Smith Rowe I'll give Smith Rowe a 7. A 7 might be too high, but I'm glad to see him back. We won the game. He had some nice little runs. They just aren't using him as much. But yeah, the more he settles into the team, hopefully we'll start seeing more. And that first goal that he gets when he's back is gonna be crazy. It's gonna be such a relief as well. So hopefully he can get it soon. Gabriel Martinelli. So before the game, people were saying, who are we gonna start? Martinelli or Trossard? Martinelli or Trossard? Manager chose to go for Martinelli. And I think they reversed roles and they kind of did the same thing like in the previous match. So in the previous match, Trossard started, Trossard scored, he had a brilliant game. Martinelli came on and he had a brilliant impact, right? No, I think even though it's not the same as it relates to goals, I think it's the same thing in this game. Like Martinelli started, Martinelli had a brilliant game, and then Trossard came on and had an impact, right? He held up the ball well, he carried the team on the pitch, he drew some fouls, he was slick with his play and smart with his play, right? So that's good man management from Arteta, who will get through to. But heading back to Gabriel Martinelli, I think he had a decent game. Again, the numbers just aren't coming firm this season. Hopefully, they can come soon. But another solid display from Gabriel Martinelli. I'll give him a 7. On the other wing, we have Bukayo Saka. So, yeah, Saka wasn't. He was. It's hard to judge Saka, bro, because the guy gets the numbers. And in this specific game, him playing with Odegaard and having Ben White overlapping did help him a lot. So we got to see the better side of soccer with Arsenal playing fluent football, right? So yeah, he had another solid game. I'll give him an 8. A brilliant goal. He took his goal well at a perfect point in the game as well. So hats off to Saka. I'll give him an 8. And then the man of the match, the chaos king, Gabby J. He he had such a mixed game. Like he had a goal and an assist. He did a whole lot of good flicks, some tricks. He should have scored that goal that Odegaard gave him with the reverse pass. He scored a more difficult goal. And yeah, bro, he's just. Some people say he's frustrating to watch. I just love watching him. And he just makes Arsenal. Arsenal is gonna has a higher chance of winning a football match with him on the field, and that showed with him basically being involved in both goals. So good to see that he's fit. There is a slight concern, however, with his knee injury. Arteta did say that they were monitoring it, but he was like forcing to play. So hopefully he's good. Hopefully he's healing, and everyone is fit and ready to go for the Liverpool game. So that was the player ratings for the starting 11. Now let's head over into the subs. So I'll start off with Georgina and Kivior. So they didn't really have a lot of time. They just came on, saw the game through. We conceded in the 89th minute. So they were actually supposed to come on around 5 minutes earlier, but we conceded. And it was actually not Georgina. It was actually Kivior and Nelson who were going to come on. But because we conceded, Arteta told Nelson to go and see it, and then he put on Georgina instead. So rough on Nelson's side, he didn't get a minute in the game, but that's how it is sometimes. I'll give both of them a standard 6. They came on and they saw the game. So then it was Havertz, Eddie, and Trossard. So Havertz, same thing as well. He did the same as Trossard, but a lot of people won't see it because it's Havertz. But he did it in from the midfield. Like he came on, he was solid. He and Trossard were linking up well on that side to quell the game, calm the game down, stretch the game a bit. It's just one moment. Like Havertz has some stupid moments in him. Like he carried the ball to the corner, and then when he was backed into the corner, he literally played the ball back infield. Like, what's the point of that? Just play it out for a throw, and we can still pin them down there. That basically led them to start another attack. And I was like, this guy's head, like, he just goes sometime. Like, he's not thinking. But apart from that, he came on and he had a solid game. I'll give him a 6. Eddie as well held up the ball. He took a walk in his face. That defender should have gotten a red card for sure. But yeah, Eddie came on, saw the game, and Trossard, out of all the subs, Trossard really came on and held it. He really played well, and he helped the team see out the game with just smart, experienced play. A lot of people don't remember he's one of our most experienced players as well as our most experienced attacker. So it helps having him come on the bench to see out come off the bench to see out the game. And finally, Mikel Arteta. Rating for Mikel Arteta. The lineup was good. The team went out, they played well. This was a must-win game, especially going into the Liverpool match. So all the boxes were ticked, to be honest. You can't really blame him for conceding. That was just more on Saliba. And hopefully when Timber comes and Tomiyasu comes back, that back line will have a bit more competition, and then we can see levels really rising, right? I think that Timber comeback and that Tomiyasu comeback is going to affect the team in a very, very positive way, more than a lot of people will really imagine. The competition levels in that team, especially in the back line, and the rotation choices are going to really help us to push for the only 2 things we have fighting for this season. So, good subs at the right time. Some would argue that he could have put on Kivior a bit earlier, but they were literally there waiting for 5 minutes for the ball to go away, and it didn't go away. We conceded. So what can a coach do about that? I would give Mikel Arteta a 9. Solid display. And yeah, that's the manager's rating. And just a little bit about the match coming this weekend. So as I said, that Nottingham Forest match was a must-win game. We had to win it going into Liverpool game. We couldn't afford to drop points anymore. Let me just look at the table now. So Liverpool is at 51 points. We're at 46. Man City is at 46 with a game in hand. So you can basically say Man City is at 49. So we need to make sure that we are there around, like, right in and around Man City and Liverpool, and give ourselves a fighting chance. We have both of them to play. We have Liverpool to play at home, and we have Man City to play at Etihad. So coming this Sunday, it's a very, very big game for us in the title race. Last season, what cost us the league? You can always look at the draws and the matches that would drop points in, but at the end of the day, if we had just beaten our title rivals, then we would have won the league. So these are the games that you have to win. If you want to win the league, you have to beat your title rivals, and hopefully Arsenal can do that. So yeah, that's it for the Nottingham Forest player ratings and match reaction. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. Follow us at 876 Gunnaz on Instagram and TikTok. And if you want to support us, buy us a coffee. The link is down below in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Peace.
Big up Gunnaz Podcast.
The Gunnaz Podcast.